Hi everyone, this is JJ with Merritt Plumbing in Sarasota, Florida. I wanted to do a video for you today about purchasing and selecting faucets and plumbing fixtures. I see a lot of more people in the last year or so purchasing these products online. And so one of the things that I've seen and wanted to let you know about is that many of these products, and most of what I've been seeing, tend to be being purchased on Wayfair and Amazon. And so many of these products on there are import products from overseas, and they're actually not approved for use to be installed in North America. So in North America, we have various building codes and standards, as well as third-party certification companies that certify and test that these products are free of contaminants such as lead. Um, and so again, one of the things that we've seen in the past is we've seen toys come out of China that are painted with lead-based paint. We've seen contaminated foods. Just we've seen all kinds of various things come from some of these overseas countries where the manufacturing, if it's not being overseen, they're cutting corners basically. And so when you purchase a faucet that has no third-party testing, you don't know what's in that. You may be drinking from a faucet that has a much higher level of lead in it than we would allow in North America. The other thing that I've seen is just that these products, they are cheap. I've seen multiple products where I've gotten called back a week after they were installed, and they're leaking. In some cases, I had one. It was leaking from the actual metal body of the faucet. It wasn't like from a mechanical part, like a handle or a cartridge. It was just a pinhole in the side of the metal. Um, and then the other thing that's going to happen when you purchase one of these products from these no-name companies is you're on your own. There's no 1-800 number. There's no support. There's no one who's going to stand behind that product and back you up. So over here on this screen, we have a picture from the Wayfair website of this U-Fine faucet. So let's just do a quick Google search of U-Fine and see what comes up. And sure enough, there is nothing other than other online retailers that may be selling these products. But there's no website you're going to go to where you're going to get in touch with anyone at the U-Fine company, whoever that is. Same thing, I just pulled up an example from Amazon as well. Owl fan, however you pronounce that. Mm, Again, you do a quick Google search, nothing other than some online retailers that are selling these products. Again, you're not going to find a company that's going to stand behind this. So when that product leaks, um, and if you're lucky, maybe it's just a few drips in your cabinet, you catch it, you put a rag under it, you turn off the water to the faucet, you call a plumber and you get it swapped out. But then you're paying twice for a faucet, so that's not saving any money. And then worst case, it gets a big leak. Maybe it starts leaking in the middle of the night when you're asleep. Maybe it's while you're out of town for the weekend and you wake up, you come home, and now your bathroom's flooded. And again, this company basically doesn't exist other than being sold on Amazon or Wayfair. No one coming to help you. You're completely on your own. Whereas if you buy a product from a company like Moen, that's a no-name brand company, you know that all their products tested, they're certified, and there's a legitimate company. You can call their 1-800 number. One of the things I love about Moen and why I'm using them as an example, they have the best customer service in the business. Some companies I call for tech support and I'm sitting there on hold for an hour, which means I'm unfortunately billing the customer to sit on hold for tech support. Whereas Moen, I call Moen within 10 minutes every time they answer the phone. If I don't happen to know the model of the faucet off the top of my head, simply take a photo and send it to Moen by text message or email. And within minutes, they let me know what that is. And they're sending a new faucet to the customer or new parts, whatever is needed. Some other things to check out. So here's some pricing: 517, 721. When you get a bit lower on a widespread faucet, maybe 338. And then again, for many of these faucets, that's just the trim, which is the handles and the spout. On top of that, you need to buy a roughen valve that has to go under the sink. And then let's go back to this lovely U-Fine faucet over here, $80. Let's go over to Amazon here, this OO fan, $40. So sometimes we also have to just pay attention and remember some of the common sense things that our parents taught us, right? That if a deal is too good to be true, it probably is. So just as kind of a offhand example, I have a family of four, my wife, my two kids, and I. We're lucky nowadays if you go to a fast food restaurant and walk out of there under $40. And we all know fast food is the cheapest, lowest quality, basically crappiest food you can buy. And I can barely take a family of four out for fast food and walk out of there for under $40. So do you really think that when you're purchasing a faucet for $40 that you're buying something quality? No, you can't. It's not even overseas. You can't build something of any quality for $40. That's just not going to last. So that's another thing to think about is you get what you pay for, definitely. And again, if you purchase this faucet, then you pay someone to install it, it leaks, maybe causes damage. Now you're paying someone to come back, reinstall it. You're not saving any money. Spend a little extra money, buy a name brand faucet, Moen, Kohler, Delta, something that's well known here. You're going to get a quality product. And if there is an issue, there's someone you're going to call to help you. Then again, going back to the standards thing. So we come back, we look at the specification. There's no standards here for North America. You pull up a spec sheet for a Moen faucet. We see here it's certified by the ADA, the Americans with Disability Act. It's compliant with that. WaterSense is compliant with the amount of water it uses. Then other things over here, we have ASME standard. That's American Society of Mechanical Engineers. They're a third-party company that tests our products. CSA, the Canadian Standards Association, again, it's passed their standards. Certified to NSF 61. NSF 61 is the National Science Foundation. NSF 61 is intended to cover specific materials or products that come into contact with drinking water treatment chemicals, or both. So this is making sure that the product you're buying, it's safe to drink water from it. One of the other things we have is we have the Lead in Drinking Water Act, where in the United States, we have a limit onto how much lead is allowed into the wetted surface of plumbing products, because lead has been traditionally used in the manufacturing of brass. It helps with the cooling of the tools. It helps keep the metal soft so it machines easier and better. We have very strict standards on how much lead we allow into our products. Right now, the current maximum amount is 0.25%, which is pretty low. And again, as I mentioned earlier, we've seen products come out of China that are tainted with lead, contaminated pet food. If it's not certified, you have no idea what's in there. Maybe they're using brass that has 10% lead. Who knows? There was a time in the United States where we used to allow, I believe it was up to 8%. And over time, they've cut that down because we know how harmful lead is to people, particularly young children. And then so if we go over to Florida Plumbing Code for faucets and fixture fittings, right here, the very beginning, faucets and fixture fittings shall conform to American Society of Mechanical Engineers, A112.18.1, or the Canadian Standards Act. Again, they must conform to National Science Foundation 61. So there's all these standards that products must meet to be allowed to be installed in North America. That's to protect you, the customer. When you purchase these, products off Wayfair and Amazon, there's no certifications. So one of the things that I've done, because I've seen so many of these products fail, is if a customer calls me and they want me to install a product, I ask them what it is, first of all. And if it's not a known name brand product, I won't install it, because I don't want to see you get sick. I don't want to see the product leak and cause a flood in your house and cause you property damage. It's just not worth it. Spend the extra money, get yourself a quality product from a no-name brand like Moen, Kohler, Delta, Growy, and then you have a product that's going to last for years to come. And should something happen, because manufacturing defects happen. No one's perfect. No company's perfect. Things are going to happen. but at least with a known company, you have a company that's going to stand behind their product that you can call, you can get a hold of someone. You purchase one of these faucets off Amazon or Wayfair from one of these no-name companies like you find, when something happens, you're on your own. There's no one coming to give you support. They're not going to pay for a new bathroom because their product flooded and caused damage. So, I hope this video is helpful. I hope it gives you some more insight onto what you should and shouldn't buy. And again, I'm not saying don't purchase a faucet from Amazon or Wayfair. Both these websites, they carry the known name brands. Now, again, they're going to cost you some more money, but it's going to be definitely worth it in the long run. And Moen, Kohler, Delta, they all have entry level products. There's a faucet here for $140. It's really not that bad for a faucet. It's a pretty good deal. So just take some time when you're looking at these products and make sure that whatever you purchase um, is approved for use here, because it's important. I've seen a lot of water damage over the years as a plumber, and it's definitely not something that's pleasant for a customer to go through. So I hope this video was helpful. You can click the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified anytime I put up another helpful video for you. Thank you.